about the water, right? Because I'm hearing all types of drink this water, drink that water. What's the best water to drink?
Well, everybody know what I push. I push H3O2. That's what I done pushed.
H3O2.
And it's mad funny that everybody doubted me and called me a quack. 3 years ago when I first started talking about, I'm the first black brother that started talking about, now Dr. Layla Africa talked about H3O, but I'm the first black brother that talked about H3O2. Now the whole world.
So where do you get that from?
You get it from fruits. Yeah, watermelon.
Oh, so you're just saying okay.
Yeah, it's highly structured water. And basically H3O2, it stands for 3 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. And basically what it is hydrogen bonds that stacks and organize themselves on top of each other due to something called an exclusion zone when they actually get activated by sunlight.
Gotcha.
So when infrared light hits the pigments, what you call anthocyanins of fruits, it goes through this thing where it pushes the water and separates it, and it charges the electrons of the water. When you charge the electrons, it literally highly organizes the hydrogen bonds on it, and it forms H3O2. And this is highly structured water that your body needs to convert into H3O for you can yield high amounts of electricity.
So you can't buy it like at a store or something. You got to just do it.
It's not, and that's what people saying. You pushing that to sell a product. I don't have a product that's H3O2. I don't sell fruits and sell vegetables, and that's where you get H3O2 from.
Wow.
So I'm not saying this just because I want to sell a product. I'm telling you, I can't sell you H3O2. You got to go spend your money or grow your own H3O2, which is free from me. So I'm not gaining anything from teaching this knowledge. Only people that's gaining from that is y'all.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. Wow. But so yeah.
So yeah, H3O2, fruit water, and I'm not knocking H2O. I realize the type of spiritual vehicles we got. I realize that our genes are superior than every other species on planet Earth, and I realize that our melanin neurotransmitters are highly organized, so we will need a highly structured, organized liquid to bring us true hydration and electrolytes. And why not go for something that's higher than your regular organized water?
Got you.
It's kind of like if you have a Mustang and a Ferrari. Which one you gonna get in? The Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
All right, now if you gonna put unleaded gas in the Ferrari, you're
Not
gonna put that premium up in there.
You're gonna put the premium.
All right, so unleaded gas is regular spring water. The premium is your H3O2. Which one you gonna put in that Ferrari?
Got you.
Not knocking it. The regular one to get you around. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna put a little bit though. If you put that supreme, authentic fuel in your body, then you get to yield a bunch of energy from it.
Okay, got you.
What you think about that though? That's the one, right? We got mango, lavender, strawberry, honey, vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Lavender. I said lavender guy. Lavender for the chill. Everybody lay back with the lavender.
Yeah.
What's the importance of in Hotep medicine?
Important is who?
And Hotep.
Hotep medicine. I mean, when you talk about Hotep, we talking about the first beginning. Like he's literally the first person I know that had a doctrines in medicine. If you look at ancient Kemet, when you look at Hotep,
yeah.
But Hotep medicine, what we call natural medicine, is good because we understand that natural medicine is food. And when we start associating food and medicine, that's when we change our perception of what food really is. If we start eating to cleanse and live and not eating for taste, it'll change our whole perception of reality. So it's not all about the herbs, and it's not like we need to start literally stop calling it herbs and call it food. If we do that, see, that's educational.
Right.
If we do that and we change and shift the word and the meaning, let's quit calling it herbs and quit calling it medicine and call it food. The adolescents coming up will look at that as food. Food is essential for one to live, and now you're eating the things that's going to not only cleanse the cells, but revitalize the cells and give you the adequate amount of ATP that you need to live your everyday life. So I love Hotep medicine. I just think we need to shift and change the name of it for we can start doing the identification markers. So now when they look at herbs, they say this is food. All right, go eat your food.
Go eat
See,
your food.
which one sounds better? Go eat your food. Go
eat
eat your herbs. Go eat your medicine.
Yeah,
go eat your food.
Right.
Yeah, herbs kind of.
All right, mama, let me get my food. I hate herbs. They bitter. No, that's your food. Kind of like arugula. Arugula that's an herb. Everybody think herbs is different than vegetables. Herbs are vegetables. It's vegetable. Man, how y'all think Dr. Sebi won this case? He went to the Supreme Court. They said, you've been selling medicine. He like, no, your honor, I've been selling food. I don't sell medicine. I've been giving them vegetable matter. And they ate food and that reversed their diseases. I didn't heal anything. They ate food that God had grown and their diseases were reversed. So he never went in with a holistic doctor mindset. He went in as I gave these people the right food to eat, and the food healed their body. So we have to change the perception.
So is that like, when they be like, oh, we have something to heal herpes and all this stuff, is that real?
I mean, yeah.
I just wanted to know because I hear people say
just this month alone, brother. Just this month alone, I didn't help facilitate the healings of herpes 13 times. So,
wow.
I have 1,000 herpes healing testimonies. There's people, y'all can check me out on Rumble. People getting on there showing their paperwork, and I'm doing interviews, breast cancer, herpes, HIV, syphilis, hepatitis B, leukemia.
Wow.
And this is them talking, So for me giving them food, though. Not medicine, but food. Medicine don't heal. Food is medicine if you look up the definition.
Absolutely.
And changing the perception of what we call disease. I don't believe that disease exists.
Okay.
I believe that disease was created by the CIA and the pharmaceutical companies, passed down by John D. Rockefeller. This whole big oil industry finding a way to use petroleum oil and mix it with botanicals and create medicine to fund. You see back then when they fund all the colleges to change the curriculum, they start stripping all of the natural remedies out of the curriculum and out of the books. So I don't believe in disease. I believe that the body is perfect. I don't believe that we can call God perfect and then say God made a mistake and gave me a genetic that was tankered or that was messed up with, and I have a cancer gene that can express itself at any moment. So now I got to go get my breast taken off or get a mastectomy or a hysterectomy. That don't even make sense when you think about it logically. If we are claiming that we are genetically superior to any other species on planet Earth, and God created us, and God is magnificent and he's omnipotent, or she, whatever one we want to identify, because the concept of God is your concept based off your traditions.
Gotcha.
I'm not knocking it. God is God. But if we're going to say that, then how can we say that in the same breath and then in the same breath say my body part is the enemy? Because when you say I have breast cancer, you are now deeming your breast the enemy. So now for that, I have to chemically blast it with radiation and chemotherapy, which is biological weapons of warfare created by the Germans. And the Nazis used this stuff on Germans. On Israel. Back, they used this stuff on Germans who is now Israelis. They used this stuff in chemical warfare. And these things were bought over about 40 years ago and brought into the United States from overseas, and then they used it in the allopathic community, and then they got all these immune suppressive therapies. That's what chemotherapy is. It's mustard gas. And if you look at if you Google the actual ingredients of chemotherapy, it'll tell you 100% derivative of mustard gas, and then you Google what mustard gas was. It's a biological weapon of warfare. So how is my body is an enemy? Let me show you how they think. They think you got to kill bacteria. You see that? The war on bacteria. They think you got to kill germs. The war on germs. All these things we need. They think you got to kill viruses. The war on viruses. They think you got to kill everything. So you get diagnosed with cancer. You go to the doctor. The allopathic community do a biopsy of a cell, which I never tell anybody to let them cut these things off anyway. They biopsy a cell. They tell you have cancer. Just the thought of hearing that. This is how you know they spend thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to program you to believe in this death. The moment that you get cancer or you get diagnosed with cancer, it gives you cancer anyway. Because you go into a state of fight or flight. You automatically give yourself a death sentence. This automatically lowers the magnetic microhertz of your body. It's a certain hertz that you operate at that gives you cancer anyway, or lowers your so-called immune system. Because again, I don't believe in an immune system either. All these things is education that they teach us at school to keep us enslaved. Because true freedom is knowing that, hold on, my body don't have cancer. Cancer is my body healing itself. It's a symptom. We have been programmed that these symptoms is the disease. But if you actually look at the physiology and the behavior of cancer, it's basically your cells creating a trash bag and putting all toxemia in it. And then they call this big pocket full of fluids, which is dead cells, toxemia, unutilized minerals. They call this trash bag cancer or a disease. But if you look at what it is, it's actually a tumor pulling all the toxins from reaching the bloodstream for you won't die. So cancer is a body detoxification symptom. It's not a disease or it's not a virus. Same thing with HIV. Same thing with sickle cell anemia. Same thing with leukemia. Same thing with diabetes. These are stress-related diseases. These are stress is putting on our body, and our body is trying to detoxify. We get symptoms from the natural detoxification. We run to the doctor because they have taught us that these natural detoxification symptoms or symptomology is disease. And then instead of us basically loving our bodies, not looking at it as an enemy and helping the detoxification go further or expediting the detoxification phase, they give us suppressive therapy. And guess what suppressive therapy is? If I got a cough, you cough to break up or coagulated mucus and to get out the particles. They'll give you a cough suppressive.
Right.
So put the mucus back into the bronchial tubes.
Right.
If you got a sneeze, achoo, that's to break up particles and antigens to get it out of what you would call the maxillary cavities. They'll give you something called Claritin to suppress the antigens in the particles. You see that?
Yeah,
if you itching and you got a skin irritants, they will give you cream to suppress it back into the skin to go into the bloodstream instead of allowing the skin to take a poop because your kidneys and your adrenals is not defecating on themselves.
Wow.
So they come with a whole different perspective. Their perspective is that your body is at war with itself. My perspective is that your body is intelligently made by God, and when you have toxins inside the body, it will naturally detoxify itself. And these symptoms is not a disease. Instead of looking at your body as an enemy and fighting your body, give your body the things it needs to help expedite the elimination pathway. And what we noticed from the last 10 years of doing this, people get healed. There is no side effects. You don't have to get your breast cut off. You don't have to get your prostate taken off. You don't have to get chemotherapy pumped into your veins. You don't have to sit under radiation and get radioactive therapy. You can do a natural thing by eating certain foods that will help the body detoxify, which is all disease is in the first place, is the body trying to heal itself. It's a difference.